we are here on a very loving Valentine's Day Wednesday. We have an amazing 11 people in class today because it's a half day, it's Valentine's Day, and our basketball team is playing in the regional tournament. All right, so this is a pre practice test. I gave this to you yesterday, told you we were going to go over it today. How many of y'all actually did it outside of this classroom? Perfect. I didn't expect anybody to do it outside. How many of y'all had it done before y'all left yesterday? Okay, good. A few people. All right. So was the flow of it? It seem okay? It almost seemed like it was almost like our notes, didn't it? It's crazy. I don't know why other teachers don't do that. All right. So these things right here, part one, this is concept stuff. Okay. Each one of these questions are worth 2 points each. So you can get this is out of 6 possible points right here. Okay. In this problem, are the factors the same or different? They're different. And the bigger factor is positive. Okay. Just doing that right there gets you 2 points. Whoa. All right. For number two, are these the same or different? Same. Yeah. And they're both positive. Very good. Okay. Now, not this class, but the other class had lots of questions. They're like, what does this mean for number three? I said, go back and look at your notes. They're like, what do you mean? And I pulled it up on the TV and I showed them. There's a couple ways you can answer this one. You could say, this. You could say multiply A and C. Anything of that, because that's actually what we would do when we do this problem. We just don't, now it's a reflex or a box to fill in because somebody does a lot of fill in the blank notes. They're kind of amazing. By the way, I would do this same interaction if y'all weren't in here. If it was just me recording by myself, it would be just that fun. It's, huh? I have no friends. No, I mean, that's okay. I don't know about friends, but I have a couple of people I could call at 3 a.m. and I know they'd be there. So, all right. Huh? Oh, it's a heart biscuit? Oh, wow. The people at Jack's didn't make my. No, it was a sandwich. That's why it wasn't a heart. Okay. So, part two. This is actually where we get factoring. You get lots of points really quick. Did y'all see that? Yeah. All right. So, part number four, our C is negative 27. Our B is 6. You get 2 points for here and here. Okay. That should be over here. This right here is not graded. Okay. If you use it, you use it. If you don't, you don't. All right. These should be different and the bigger factor positive. All right. What are numbers that go multiply to 27 that combine to 6? Yep, 9 and 3. Sorry, my coffee is not kicking in yet. That happened in the other class too. I didn't do the box, and they're like, "Wait a minute, I'm lost." I went back and I did the box. They're like, "Oh, okay." It was funny. Ooh. All right. Our C is negative 36. Our B is negative 5. Okay. You get 4 points for just putting those numbers in that blank. Thank you. All right. So these should be different. The bigger factor should be negative. All right. There's tons of factors of 36. Okay. Tons, tons, tons. All right. So um, they end up just being this right here, because negative 9 plus 4 is negative 5. All right. 4 and 9. All right. Yes. Well, the negative 5 is what happens when you add them. I'm afraid you may come up with a wrong number. But remember, for those that need it and they're still up here, you get to use your red sheet of the multiplication chart for the test. Okay. Now, notice I'm saying you get to use your red sheet. I didn't say you could only use the side that's printed. So, what if you were to write something on the back of it? I can't stop you. All right. So, this goes to number 3. Some people could answer number 6, but they couldn't answer number 3 yesterday. Crack me up. All right. This gives us negative 10. All right. And our B is negative 3. This tells us that our signs are different. And the bigger one is negative. Now, I put the factor thing instead of saying like 2 points or 2 points. Whatever this is, that's where your 2 points come from. If it's same or different, okay. All right, and if we're filling in the box, you actually get 4 points for filling in the box. Okay. And now some people, because 10 doesn't have a lot of factors. All right, so you'd put negative 5, positive 2. Notice I said you get 4 points for the box. I didn't say that don't, you have to fill this part out. Interesting. All right, the only thing we can go in this way, only thing we can take out is an X or 1X. All right, what's the only thing we can take out of this way, going this way? A 1. All right, so we have X plus 1. Now, going vertically, what can I take out of the numbers? What can I divide out of 2 and 2? Yeah, 2. How many X's can I take out? 1. Okay. Now, this 5 is a negative, so I got to take a negative out. What's the biggest thing that will divide 5 and 5? 5. And there you go. So let's think about 2, 4, 6, 10. You get 10 points for the setup of the problem. You only get 4 points for the answer. Yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put more emphasis on how you would solve the problem or set the problem up more than how you'd get the answer. Okay, because I know everybody's like, I blame COVID. Well, there's good and bad things that came out of education during that time. Number one, I can record stuff all the time now, and there's no excuse whether you're here or not. Okay. Number two, um, a negative thing, everybody was just using photo math and getting the answer and typing it back in. That doesn't help you learn. You'll get a good grade, but you won't know anything. I'd rather put my emphasis on this. Does anybody notice the pictures? That one's funny. I like Ron Burgundy. All right. So we have 3 times -7. We get -21 here. All right. And this is a +4. So it should be different. Bigger factor should be positive. Whoops. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in because I can. All right. What are our factors? Good. 7 and -3. I'm really happy that this microphone can't pick up anything very much past my desk because I have to answer some of these questions myself. All right. So +7 -3. Now, you could put the -3 up here. You could put the 7 right here. It doesn't matter as long as those go right there with the X's. Okay. All right. What can I take out of 3 and 7? Exactly. A 1. How many X's can I take out? Good. Also 1. All right. There's a negative right here. So I have to take out a negative. What can I take out of 3 and 7? 1. All right. So again, I have another X plus X minus 1. All right. Going to the columns. What can I divide out of 3 and -3? 3. And what about the X's? 1. All right. What about 7 and 7? 7. And there we go. Not that one. Did you see the one on the screen? Womp womp. I found some good ones. I mean, I thought y'all would appreciate these. What other ones? Did you not see the Ron Burgundy one? It says Valentine's Day is around the corner, so if you're secretly in love with me, that would be the time to speak up. Then there's the Grumpy Cat, Valentine's Day. Ew. Love is in the air. Wrong. Nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide in the air. And then, do you have a date for Valentine's Day? Yes, February 14th. So, all right. Now, things were going good on this until we realized, and thank you for pointing out my mistake. I forgot to put the equal 0 here. Okay, this is the stuff we learned yesterday. Okay, a little bit less to fill out, but notice that you get 2 points for this, 4 points for this, so that's 6 points. You only get 2 points for the answer. Thanks. You're welcome. All right. Is this in this form right here? Yes or no? Yes. You get 2 points for actually saying yes. All right. This tells us our signs are different. This tells us our bigger number is positive. You don't have to do the big number like that. I'm just doing this for teaching purposes, okay? Now, if you do, that's fine. What are the only two numbers that will divide 5? Awesome, 5 and 1. Now, for our answer, what's the opposite of plus 5? The opposite of minus 1? Plus 1. Now, remember, this is what we talked about yesterday. Instead of doing this, oh my gosh, that's gross. Hang on. I know what your question is. How did I get those numbers, right? All right. I was, remember how we split these up yesterday? Like I had a spot for you to split them up and then you had to solve them. Do you remember how we split these up yesterday and had to solve them? Okay. So I asked you that and then you kind of like disappeared on me. It's all right. It is the morning. That's how we would get those because we would actually take, this equal it to 0, this other one equal it to 0. Why is it -1? Where'd I get the 1 from? Okay. We have -5 and we have 4. What are the only numbers that multiply to give us 5? 5 and 1, right? So we know that the signs are different. Our bigger number has to be positive, so this has to be -1. So 5 plus -1 equals -4, or +4, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So when we got to this point on the test, I was trying to wean y'all off of some of the stuff from, hopefully by now it was kind of pre-programmed in your brain. Did y'all like the sounds? Okay, good. Yes, I did take my special vitamins this morning for everybody that's wondering. All right, number 9. First thing we have to do is fix this because I messed up. All right. So over here, what are the factors? Oh, wait, we get this. All right. This tells us our signs are the same. Okay, so we have the same signs. This tells us that they're both positive. So plus and plus. And it is yes. Okay. Now, what numbers, when we multiply and we get 32, but we add them and we get 12? Wait, hang on. Yeah, because I forgot to put the equal 0 there. Yeah. Okay. Yes. I heard it somewhere over here. 8 and 4. And 8 plus 4 equals 12. All right. So 8 and 4. All right. So when we go to the answer, notice I put x equals. So all you have to do is write the numbers. Isn't that nice? All right. So what's the opposite of plus 8? What's the opposite of plus 4? And there we go. Yeah, unfortunately for our pre-practice test, the answer to for all these is it in this form is going to be yes because I forgot to put equal 0. This is what happens when I try to do work at home and it's after 7:30. My brain's just not with it. Thank you. All right. Are we going number 9? All right. Is anybody having like a terrible, horrible time with this? Everybody feels pretty good. Hey, you're still 2 days out from the test, so we still have more time to build more confidence. All right. So this should be a yes. All right. What are you doing on Valentine's Day? Me, going to work. This is true due to Mr. Jeffries having to work both jobs tonight. Yeah, it's okay. I'll make like $100 tonight on top of that. That's on top of what I get paid to teach my class tonight. Tell my class. All right. So negative 42, positive 19. All right. What are the factors? Well, when we multiply them, we get 42, but when we add them, we get 19. Because these are different. Our, yes. 21 and minus 2. Okay. So the answer would be the opposite. So negative 21 and positive 2. Believe it or not, there's something that you should notice in these math problems is that there are patterns to these processes. If you notice, this is the same process for each problem, just about it, just the numbers change, right? That's why we only have 10 questions on your test instead of 30. Y'all want 30? No. Okay. No. Yeah. Less is more except for close. Okay. All right. It is very true. All right. And that is our Valentine's Day lesson today. Don't forget, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell. Good stuff. Good things. Roll Tide.